success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Houston Cougars and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Miami's head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The run inside. It's Pringle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They give it back to him. Sweet cut there. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Rid of it on the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Dragged down. Third and long right here. Here's Ncaa to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricane. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage, moving down the field to score in that opening series.
And the extra point was good. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Running inside, it's Hughes. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Makes the grab. It's Walker. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Henderson. Got his man. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can...
Snags it, and there's running room. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Hey, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make...
Touchdown, Cougars! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Makes the quick grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking, like the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better. Because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college football.
Moving out to the right. Got his man. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field, running back.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moves the pocket. It's Henderson. Left. Oh, it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Rides to the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keeps it himself. Inside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Number 91, set to kick this one away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Ncaa. Got it in the middle. It's Jacobs. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Ncaa was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Ncaa comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. And for anybody that didn't know Darren Ncaa and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up for the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national championship. But this is a guy with tons of talent. They think there will be no drop-off at the QB spot. They've got their eyes set on taking one step further this time to win it all.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. DB's right up on the receivers. Still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right side, it's Young.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires quickly. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Ncaa. Quickly complete.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the gun, it's Pringle. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Hughes. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And he gets it away.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Unloads it left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Making the adjustment. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. They made sure that one fell incomplete.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
I think the thing I love the most about this defense is their speed. I think you saw it on that play there. They weren't able to sack the quarterback, but a nice job in coverage downfield. They flushed him outside of the pocket, and they were able to run with him, force him to go out of bounds, and actually take a loss. Really nice job that time, going sideline to sideline.
Darian Ncaa from the gun on third down. Takes a shot at the end zone. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Straight ahead, it's Hughes. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out wide right, it's Hughes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Henderson. That's reeled in, it's Frederick. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Finds us back in the middle. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Had to force that one.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost the 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Under pressure. Unloads in the nick of time.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Ncaa to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. And he's got it inside the 35.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Drops back on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Still looking to his right. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Touchdown, Hurricane! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The run to the right. Last-ditch effort to get points before the half. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 10 team, the Washington Huskies.
And he loses the football on the return. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Ncaa. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Makes the grab. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man on the right. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like it because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Throwing, Ncaa. Touchdown, Miami! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Rush is on. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expect.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Snapped on 4th down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Trying to power it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Canes! That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Red pass is complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Third and 6 yards to go. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. The fake wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. And the Canes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Pringle. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Looking for running room. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He stretched his lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No.
He's loose on the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. First down here for the offense. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Right side, it's Frederick. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free. It forces the third down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got him downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Houston.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys...
And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this off.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Quarterback empties his backfield. Defense in press coverage. To the air, it's Henderson. Stepping to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the catch, it's Frederick. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Quick give. It's Pringle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Finds his target. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sets his feet. It's Wegman. Right down the middle. In traffic, it's Frederick. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top. Keeping his eyes downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
Escapes the pressure going right. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Caught. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about.